Welcome everyone. We are doing a stretching routine today to help increase with your flexibility. So let's take it down to your mat. We're going to start off, I'm going to use some yoga poses here to help with the stretch. We're going to start with sometimes how we usually end a yoga class, which is called a happy baby. So we're going to reach up, grab towards your ankles. If you can, you grab towards the bottom of your foot. So if you feel like your tailbone's off the ground, then don't go for your feet. Just grab for your shins. Our target is to pull your knees towards your armpits. And then you gently push down, hands into feet, and resist with your legs. And that helps to create some lengthening in your torso. You want to keep your sacrum down, which is the back of your pelvis. This isn't good for your back, so you've got to keep your sacrum down. So again, you can grab here. And then we just gently push, pull, feet and hands pressing into one another as you gently bring your knees to your chest. And we breathe. So definitely not passive, very active. Lengthening through the crown of your head and your sits bones. You should start to feel your low back release a little bit. Hips release. And breath is a big help here. All right, release your left foot down to the mat, and then we'll cross your right lower leg. Try not to put your ankle bone. You don't want to roll your foot. Lower leg, and then we're going to take the pelvis and tip your pelvis towards the foot that's on the ground. And we're going to stretch out through your right glute. I got to start over, Gina, with that. Welcome to today's workout. We are going to do a stretch routine today. Take it down to your mat. I'm going to start with taking your right leg and cross it over your left leg. Be sure not to put your ankle bone on your thigh, but just your lower leg. So you can keep your foot in a neutral position, your ankle in a neutral position. And then we're going to tip the whole thing towards your left. Just go as far as you can. And what you're trying to do is called figure four. Just try to keep this opening here. So don't let your leg cross like you're sitting in a chair. You want to keep your thigh pressing away gently. And then you'll get a good stretch in your outer glute. And then we definitely will utilize your breath to help here as we go through these stretches. So you keep your head heavy. Ribs heavy. Use your exhale to kind of like melt your muscles down to the floor, into the ground. And then on your exhale, use your core and help pull back to center. And we'll switch. Switch, and then we'll drop. The other way, you want to keep your pelvis, hips even with each other. Make sure you're not tipping your pelvis like that. Just the leg press is open. And you might only be able to go a little bit, or you might be able to go all the way to the ground. Everyone's different. So here's the stretch through your left glute. And then we'll focus on the ribs getting heavy, your head and shoulders as well. Sometimes it's nice just to rest your hands on your ribs. Just tactile cues sometimes can help soften and release tension. On an exhale, use your core and pull back. And we're going to go into a happy baby, which is a yoga pose. We're going to reach up. Now, if you can keep your sacrum down, you can grab the bottom of your feet. But if your sacrum and tailbone come up, then just grab your lower leg or even your hamstrings. This is plenty, just like this. If you can, you grab here or grab it wherever you can. Keep your sacrum grounded and pull your knees gently to your armpits. This is an active stretch, very active, not passive. Your feet resist by pushing up into your hands as your hands gently pull your feet down. And then you create length in your torso by reaching your sits bones away from you. And we breathe. Sits bones long. One of my favorite stretches. Oftentimes we'll do this at the end of a yoga class. One more deep breath. And then release. Roll to your side. Use your arms to help push up. We're going to go to a little side bend here. So this may not be comfortable for you to sit with your legs crossed like this. You could extend this leg straight, or it also really helps. In fact, I'll do it right here. You can grab a yoga block and you could sit right up on your yoga block and prop up, and then you have more room that way. Okay, so we're going to do a side bend here. So inhale, exhale as you go up and over, opening up your side body. Inhale, rise. Exhale as you stretch. Inhale, rise. Exhale over. Hold this one. Stay and breathe in. Exhale, we're going to add a little twist to it this next time. So we'll twist down like I'm reaching underneath my arm, and then inhale back to the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, twist. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, twist. Really opening up through your left side here. Inhale, up. One more twist. Stay in your twist this time and breathe through your back body. Untwist back to the ceiling and then come out of your side bend. Great. Let's try the other side. Inhale to prepare, and then exhale, we'll go up and over. I know it's not the most comfortable position with your legs, so do what you need to make it work for you. We really want to get nice opening through your side body here. One more time. Inhale, exhale, up and over, and hold this time. Then we'll add a twist. So I'm going to bring my hand to the ceiling. Exhale, twist under. Inhale, follow your hand with your eyes. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. And this time, stay into your twist here. Let your head relax. Let your bones get heavier with every exhale, like you're melting down into the floor. Come out of your twist and then come out of your side bend. Very nice. We're going to take it to hands and knees into a little, actually, we'll come down, sorry, to your forearms, Sphinx pose in yoga. This little chest opener, stretch for your abs. So you take your forearms and gently pull them towards you in an isometric contraction, and you keep that pull. So we're not just relaxing. It'll stretch out, again, your psoas and your abs. Now, anytime you're on your stomach, you want to protect your low back by using your abs and a little bit of your glutes. If you gently push your feet down just slightly into the floor, that will help turn your glutes on very slightly. And that will help protect your back so that we can get your stretch in your abs without straining your back. And then option at the end here, you're going to use your glutes a little more to rise up for a full stretch. This is like swan in Pilates. Must have your glutes on here to protect your back. And then come down. All right, come on to all fours where we do a little side bend. So take your crown of your head and your sits bones, your tailbone, and they both go to one side. But still look at the floor. And then inhale back to center. Like you're wrapping around a pole. And your head and tailbone want to meet on the other side. And then inhale, lengthen back to center. Exhale, bend. Inhale. Lengthen your spine back to your center. Exhale. Bend. Inhale. Two more. Inhale. Last one. And back to center. So we'll take one leg forward. And we go into a little lunge stretch here. So you can place both hands onto your thigh. Now, oftentimes this stretch is easy to overdo it and sink. See, I just sank into my stretch. So I'm going to want to make sure you pull up and stay active so that you protect your joints, right? You don't want to overstretch. So we're getting a stretch to the front of my right hip flexor right here. If you'd like to add a little extra work here, you can extend your arms up to the sky for a little extra side bend, or you can bring your hands behind your back and go for a nice little lift. Requires a little bit more work to take your hands away. If it doesn't feel good, just go back to here and then straighten your front leg for a little hamstring stretch. If it feels like it's tricky to stay here, you can use your block, right, and come on up. Or if you had two blocks, you could use both blocks. Your hands, if they can't reach the floor. A little hamstring stretch for the back of your thigh. One more breath. Big inhale, big exhale. Okay. Go ahead, take that leg around and switch legs. A little lunge stretch here. So you stretch through the front of your hip flexor. So this is me sinking, and then that's bad, you're gonna pull your core in. And then you get a deeper stretch and safer stretch through your hip flexor. And I gently push my front foot into the floor and pull your abs away from your thigh. So you can even use your hands to help do that push. And breath really helps when we stretch to go a little deeper. And you can bring your hands up or behind your back for a little chest opener. And bring your hands back. And we'll straighten your front leg for a little hamstring stretch. And trying not to round your spine or collapse it. So, right, you don't want to just hang. Stretching is very active. There's very few times that you're going to be passive, and that's just like a, shavasana at the end of yoga pose, where you're just very passive. But most stretching is very active to protect yourself so that you don't overstretch and get into the tendon or strain or tear a muscle. Yeah. Almost there. One more breath. And then you can take that leg back to all fours. We'll finish with a little child's pose, right? So you can sit back towards your heels. Knees are separated a little. If your forehead can come down, then you can rest your forehead on the mat. Walk your hands out in front of you. Deep breath in. Big exhale. On your exhale, bring your hands by your sides. Roll your spine back up. All right. And you are all done. Thank you for joining me today. I hope to see you next time.